Testing. Okay. I'm just waiting for the connection to make it through, so it's kind of laggy tonight a little bit. So you can see I have it here. It's been here from February last month, and I decided to do this before my 27th birthday, which is tomorrow, simply because I feel like I'm getting old and I need to make a pit stop somewhere, like a milestone kind of thing. So this box here contains e-ghost in paperback. It's also the mark of my 4 years hiatus from Amazon, if that makes sense. Right, so I know that there are some people on chat. Thank you for coming, even though your schedules are really busy and all. So some of you are facing technical difficulties and you are looking for me on my phone, which I have no idea why you can't get on chat. But let me see. Okay. Let me see if I can do something about it. Settings. Mm, okay, let me try. Okay, so there is a mm, okay, it is not made for kids. Perhaps the reason why you are unable to participate in chat is because it is marked as not made for kids. I am not too sure. Okay, if I will change this, all right, my student, you know who you are. Maybe you want to try and refresh it because I have changed it, kind of updated it, like just updated. Right, I say student because some of my other readers who are viewing this at a later time might know that I work and I pay my bills not from writing. That's because I'm a different kind of, I pay it differently. I work to pay bills. I don't write to pay bills. That's the difference. So this work is dedicated to my harem of best friends. So without further ado, it's gonna be a short one. So let's see how fast the stream can actually go. Right, let's begin. So it will be unboxing and live signing. I think I have 10 copies here. Can't exactly remember how much this whole thing cost. I can't remember if it's in USD or if it's SGD, but whatever. And it's probably the first time I'm actually ordering from Amazon itself. And surprisingly, they have like this publishing facility in like Australia, which is definitely closer to Singapore in my opinion, but like they don't allow it, so it has to come from America. So I shipped all this in America. And the funny thing is, the more you buy, like to a certain extent, the cheaper the per book cost is. And I just like how they stopped at 10. So initially, one book was like 11 plus plus. Was it 12? I can't remember. And then after that, when I increased the number of books by like after 7, the books start to decrease in per book cost. So I kind of bought 10 because of that. Not that I have 10 people who want to get like signed copies. I probably have like half that amount. So this is kind of new. Okay, I don't really know what to expect. I might have to keep box though because I don't have a proper storage place and not all my I am not exposing my face on cam, so not all my viewers or my people, my readers who bought this are like, I'm not able to ship them out right now for all of them, not all of them. Okay, what is this? Packing list. Oh, there is the price tag thing here, kind of. Okay, noted. It's not even complete. What the heck, Amazon? Alright, so this is how it looks like. On first glance, it looks good in matte finish. So, oh my god, what is this? Okay, maybe the quality is a little bit questionable because it's not completely smooth. There's some kind of stain over here. I don't know what this is. It's probably some kind of like gloss glue or something. Okay, usually like the previous one that I did like 4 years ago for the Liberal Assassin, it was matte. No, it was not matte. It was a glossy finish. This is like the glossy glue thing. Right, just judging from this is a 6x9. Kind of. Maybe I want to cut that out. I don't know if you guys can see this. You guys probably can. Okay, just leave it in. Right, so this is how it looks like. Okay, this cover is matte. I decided to choose matte for this because I didn't want the art to be too eye-catching in a sense. Like the style is definitely different. This is drawn by my BFF, Crastelos, aka I won't reveal her name on stream, thanks to privacy. But anyway, so this design was something that we referenced with, and I puked 3 liters of blood just to get this, to a level that we can both be happy with. And thankfully, it actually worked out. So I'm all for the results. This is a 6x9 inch with a spine that has no bleed because I don't have images. Oh wow, it actually looks great. Right, so this is how the inside of it looks like. So I spent like the longest time of my freaking life trying to format the pages correctly. Cause like initially what happened was I forgot how to use Microsoft Words and I kind of got the settings wrong. So all the margins were off and they did not allow me to publish my book within a certain space because of like, is this so close to the edge of the book? And the printing margins are not very strict. That's why I have to give like so much space over here, which I honestly don't want to. I hope that this font size is also suitable for people with bad eyesight like myself. And you can see that this is chapter 2, this is chapter 1, and it's like what, 1 2 3 4 pages. So this is a new kind of format that I previously did not partake with. I wasn't doing this previously. I was doing like 120,000 words for liberal assessing. And every chapter was like 12 pages long, something like that. Like double-sided 12 pages long, which is about 24 pages or so, 20 pages or so, 15 pages to 20 pages, like one chapter. It was about 3,000 words long. It could be 3,000 to 5,000 words long. Like that is an ordinary, like, self-published chapter and stuff like that. And this kind of formatting did not exist back in Liberal Assassin. Like, sure, I might have like those sound effect kind of words, which honestly, that has always been my writing style because I come from a fan fiction base. It's not very surprising. What is surprising though is the level of flexibility that it allows me to custom with. And these things you honestly wouldn't see, I guess, like in other publications because it is a non-traditional kind of format for chapter heading. And those of you who are wondering like what this hashtag thing is and stuff, it's okay, so it's kind of like a, I don't want to put like ordinary chapter 1 and then like the heading and stuff like that. So these things I thought like because it is yeah, okay, that's the reason why I do not want to. Okay, I'm going to, alright, so I'm gonna change it back to subscribers mode because my channel, my video, my live stream is getting attacked again by all these VURFY spammers. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. You can just subscribe and chat any duration. So these are bots. Google made, like, Google is all these bots thing that comes to attack live streamers. Doesn't matter how famous you are, right? So these things like the slash and the dots and the whatnots, these are actually it's an Easter egg that I like to say beforehand. All these are Easter eggs. So some of you might know, some of you might not know. This is actually Morse code. And no, I am not an expert with Morse code. I just Googled it and I decided to write it down here because I wanted to leave something else. So special mentions to the people who are important to my life is my harem of BFFs, Crustalos, Hero, Kayla. Yes, so yeah, they were the ones who actually supported my journey through, like, my comeback. This is technically my comeback. So this book isn't that great because if you see, there's this thingy at the back here. I'm not sure if the camera can capture it. Like, maybe adjust the light a little bit. Right, so there's this thing over here, which are honestly, it's not great because Amazon is just they don't have that quality control check thing. They're just like, oh, it's a book, yeah, let's ship it out. So this is how it looks like. Gotta admit, it's pretty thick, like this. So the paper, I don't know what paper they use, but I decided to not go with cream simply because I think it's easier to read with better contrast, so it's white here. Besides, if you leave it for like a few years on a bookshelf or something, it's gonna turn, like brownish paper, like it's decaying. So I don't think so. Like cream paper wouldn't make a huge difference when it comes to that. And the paper quality is actually really thin because if you see over here that there's this white blank space due to formatting issues, not really formatting issues, but like due to how my manuscript was written, it actually, you can actually see the words through the paper, which is not something I kind of like. So it's really, really, really thin. That's one thing I have to say. But maybe it's because I chose the wrong, like, standard of paper, like the size of the paper is probably like what, it's not 80 GSM, it's probably like 60 or 70 GSM, 65 GSM, something like that. I can't remember the details, it's been a while since I self-published. But is it readable? Yes. Does it, like, meet the requirements? It does. Is it cost effective? One book is about $3.60 to 80 cents USD per print, so it's like a print on demand kind of book. Like, the cost of the book doesn't change, but the shipping itself is really just, yeah, it was expensive. So the book probably cost me like $9.50 to $10. I can't remember if it's USD or if it's SGD. It's probably SGD. So if you convert that over, they came in like this box thing, and it's like five here, one, two, three, four, five, and another five over there. And then the back looks like this. So what happens is the spine, okay, the spine was actually designed by Crystal, oops, Crustalos, and myself. So yeah, I just, yeah, it's her name here, so Crustalos. And like Hero came out with like the initial sketch design thingy for us and gave us some ideas. So yeah, these are my two BFFs, and then it was written by myself. And then this is actually like the second version of it. So the first version that I uploaded, I did not know that if you wrote something in the subtitle, it will turn out as part of your title description in the product. And I was so pissed. I was like, Amazon, can I change this? They were like, no. So I had to, like, remove that from publication and redo this whole thing again. And then they had to, like, reject it because they're like, oh, can you prove your identity that you're the real author of this book? It already exists and it has like this ASIN number, which you can see here. So this is like the ASIN number or the ISBN number, whichever it is. So they gave like a unique number for every book, and I was under a copyright infringement kind of case with myself because Amazon was that kind of thing. So I had to come up with all my legal contracts with Good Novel, proving that I am the authentic author of these. And yeah, it was just crazy. So this is actually done using Cover Creator on Amazon itself. So CreateSpace actually has this. So if you open it up, it should look like that. So I didn't have the PDF version for it. So Crustalos helped me do like this part over here, which of course some parts are actually cut off from the actual size because of bleed margin. You can see it's actually a huge part of it that's been cut off. Yeah. Like, thankfully this is still here and stuff like that. This is like not the most ideal, but I will learn from this kind of. And then these fonts are kind of default, so I couldn't do much about it. It's not the best, but it's readable. So this part here, they didn't allow me to use like a huge portion here, so I had to squeeze everything in, and I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to see, but it turns out it's actually bigger, like much bigger than I imagined. This could have been a little bit larger, enlarged, because I don't know, they don't actually charge you for color. And the matte feels like, okay, glossy feels like plastic. If I were to describe matte finishing, like the coating layer thing that they did on this, it's cardboard. It's like thick cardboard. It's not like the hardcover ones that is newly launched, leather bound. It's cardboard, but rubbery cardboard surface. I don't know what's going on with this. It feels exactly like my yoga mat. And I don't think I will get matte finishing anymore in future. I will probably get glossy, because yeah, I have a feeling that if I spill coffee on this thing, it's not gonna survive. And I'm probably right. So this is like the first look. Do I like this? Um, I would say not really. It's not up to my expectations, but it does serve its purpose. So Amazon actually did great. Okay, the font size could probably be bigger so that people can actually, see better, like at one glance. I have long-sightedness, so this is not digging with me. Yeah, this is not digging with me. It could be bigger, but cost and paper is like, the more pages you print, the more it costs. All right, so this is probably 300-ish. Was it 300-ish? No, it's not. It is 200-ish. 230-ish pages thick. Ta-dang! So this is the unboxing. So I will like kind of reserve the good ones, not this one. This is like sample, author sample, because it's terrible. Right, so for those of you who want to know what this book is about, you can just read the blurb, which obviously, like, it's not the best, because nobody is like the best blurb. And I just couldn't get this. Can you see this little thing here? It's supposed to face the other direction. I don't know why it's like this, but there was no way to get about this, because the font size on Amazon was just like that. It's the style of whatever font that was by default there, kind of. And I just went along with it. I'm like, okay, it's not the best, but who's gonna point it out? I point it out now, so you know what to expect when you are self-publishing. It is not, you know, it is not fine dining. It is probably like McDonald's, kind of. It's fast, it is efficient, it is not very cheap, but it's something that you still go to because you have brain damage and you don't, yeah, you just go to it. So this is it. So the gist of this is actually, I joined for a competition in web novel for like paranormal romance. Was it paranormal romance? I think it's paranormal romance. It's like ghost romance. Okay, it is a ghost romance. So e-ghost, some of you might have guessed it. If there is an e-book, it stands for an electronic book. If there's an e-dictionary as an electronic dictionary, there's going to be an e-ghost, and you guessed it. So it's kind of like an electronic ghost. Obviously, because it was inspired by web novels competition, it's going to be system, which is why all these things come in place. This is like uniquely web novel system style, so you can expect this book to be different, but it is not written in web novel culture. So you can expect this to be like real paperback classics with a fusion of these things. So I hope that, people will find this read a little bit different and refreshing from everything else that already exists. I hate these things like the most. Can you see like always paper space? I could not find a better way to do this. So yeah, this is really, it breaks my heart so much. Like, I'm killing trees just to make it bare and empty. Like, I should tattoo something here, but I just couldn't. Like, the chapter was only so long and it only is so much. So this is one of the regrets that I have. It could have been here, like here, but I just hated it so much, the idea of seeing like another chapter on the same page, because of my OCD. So I had no choice, and this was the decision that I made. I hope that it would be like a pretty white space, but no, the ink just can be seen through, and it's not one page that you see through. It's like probably 2 pages that you see through, 3 pages maybe. That just annoys me a lot. So this is eGhost. Now I'm gonna move on to like the live signing. So I have like 5 people who pre-ordered. This one is out of question, so I'm gonna just put this aside. I am not gonna give someone secondhand goods. It's not secondhand, it's like brand new, but brand new with defects. Amazon's not gonna get a 5-star rating from me because of this. Okay, this one is out. Inspecting for damage. This one kind of looks okay. Right. Oh my god. Okay, no. Alright, this one is kind of bent on the inside. It's not like brand new, brand new. Okay, how does the finishing touch look inside? Right. You got your duty stamps and whatnots. That's great. Okay. This one is good. Let me see. This one seems okay, except that there's this really streaky white thing here. I don't know what happened. It's not perfect. Yeah, never gonna order matte again. Like, this is a no-no. Quality is just crazy. Crazy. Also, the paper is not brand new. I don't know if you can see this, but can you see this? It's yellowish here, which means that the paper have been sitting in like a not so good condition, like a warehouse for like a while before they printed this and cut this into a book. So this one is a no-go as well. Yeah, this is definitely something that you see if you're a book lover and that you have a lot of books just waiting there. Okay, you probably can't see with all the light. Let me just... Can you see it now? Like the yellow over here? That's like book mold. And this is where the paper smells like paper. This is not fresh. This is not fresh out of the printing house. This has been there for a while. Can you see this? This is a no-go. My gosh. This is a no-go as well. My god. Take a look at this. It's like, if you see the reflective thingy here, that's because it's supposed to be glossy. This is the second one with that problem. Okay, Amazon, I'm not happy. That's like, what? Defects. And this one, take a look here. There's like ink stain on this thing. It's like very, very, it's not the best. Okay, it's not the best. It's like McDonald's. They just slap on your burger and expect you to be happy with it when honestly nobody is. But we still eat it anyways because we are dumb. This one's no good. This is by far the worst, I think. Because there's like this stain over here. There's like ink over here. And there is like spots that I didn't have in my artwork. Okay, this thing doesn't belong to the color here. This is not part of the artwork. This is definitely a defect. Okay, this one seems promising so far. Alright, this one's good. Yeah, this one's good. Alright, so that's second one. So 3 out of 10 that is already like not in a good condition. This one looks okay. Yeah, okay, this one looks okay. This one is a little bit opened. They did not do the pressing properly. There is an uneven coating of oil over here, as you can see. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a stain there. It's not supposed to be. I'm pretty annoyed. It's not huge, but it gets on my nerves. This is supposed to be brand new. Excuse me. This is not so good. I don't know if they actually did this printing and packing in the warehouse in America, as they claimed, because all these quality checks are not good. This is out. That's 4. 4 out of 10 with terrible conditions. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This one, so far, I would accept this, I think. Okay, this one is acceptable. It's a little bit shiny for some reason. Shiny for not a good thing. It's not the matte finishing either. There is like, you know, some kind of stain there. This is a stain here as well. This is a scratch here as well. But on the whole, it's still passable. I'm gonna put this like separately. This is still an okay. These 3 are a-okay. Those 4 are not okay. Those 4 are defects. This one here. Oh no. Okay, no. This, oh my gosh. This one here has some kind of, you can feel the stain coating thing. This is not good, but it's not as obvious as the other 2, which really just pops out. This one still looks fine. Kinda. I'll put this in the okay pile. So like 2 okay, 3 good, and 4 no goods. Okay, the last one. Obviously not good. All this botchy things here. It's just obvious that this is terrible. There's like this glass coating thing. Nope. Never gonna order matte again. Matte was a terrible idea. At least now I know. So like I know I should have just ordered like author print copies to see the quality of it, but you know, you won't get the actual sample things if you do not order like in bulk quantities to test. So I have half of them as defects according to my Japanese boss standards. Like Makino-san would complain and ask for like a discount or like a credit note for all these quality defects. Call it BQ after that, bad quality. Sell it for half price because nobody would buy this. Which honestly, I don't know who will buy these 5 now because they are considered to me secondhand. It's terrible, right? So in any case, let's move this aside. Thankfully, I still have. Whoops. Thankfully, I still have like 5 that are considerably okay for signing and giving away. Right, so let's start with this. Okay, these are the ones. So, ordinarily, writers would probably sign like on a blank page, like here. But because the paper is so thin, and I decided since I know these people, and that they ordered signed copies from me because they will want that they're like supporting me. Okay, these are not so good. I'm kind of disappointed. No, kind of is an understatement. I'm extremely disappointed with Amazon. Where is my pen? Right? So usually authors would like sign it with some kind of what authors would sign it with some kind of, I don't know, marker. Did it say marker or something? Yeah, it's probably marker, but yeah, I don't have, like, I have a marker, but it's kind of streaky, so I didn't want to ruin that. And I thought, why not use my favorite color here, because I use this to mark my students. I nearly said children. My students' papers and homework, which I have finished this week's whatever. And it has plenty of ink, and it was bought by my BFF for my what was it again? I forgot. Yeah, I don't know. She just wanted to buy me something for some occasion. Was it Christmas? Probably was Christmas. Was it Christmas? I can't tell. Was it Christmas? Yeah, she bought like 2 because I wanted like purple pens before I started. Well, I think it was Christmas. Yeah, it was Christmas. So anyways, I'm just gonna put this to use and sign her copy as well. Alright, so enough with the talk. I can't be showing you like this because I do not write fonts that are upside down. So I will just write it like this. Probably I would just sign like 5 copies and be done with tonight's stream because some kids need to sleep. And no, I'm sorry, I cannot turn this off to like a not meant for children. This is not meant for children, so I can't say that this channel is meant for children. Sorry about that, but it's not gonna happen. That's like false advertising. This channel is not meant for children, and this video is not meant for children because this book is not meant for children. Makes sense? So I've been practicing a little bit. I don't actually know how to do my author signature, if that makes sense. Like, it's Destiny Aitsuji. So I wanted to do something like DA, and I kind of figured it like that. This is like the signature thing. It's I don't know. How would you describe this? I'll consider it like it's abstract. I don't have the best handwriting. My students can attest to that, which is why I flash answers. So I'm just probably gonna like, yeah, this sucks. The more careful I am, the worse it looks like. Oh god. Nope. Something like that. I think this is by far the best. I don't know if I can replicate this nicely 5 times, but I will try. So it's probably just gonna be like here. Okay, this is 1. I'll write their names and personalized messages later on. So like, okay, normally what teachers do, let me give you a behind the scenes. They open it up and then to the page, and then they stack it on to one another. So for example, if I have my answer key here and I have like 10 papers here, so what I'll do is open it up to like the page of my answers, and then I'll just mark. And then I'll open up another one and I'll stack it on top and I'll just mark. And by the time the stack is done, and then I'll like, flip over and then look at the answer key and then restack it the other side until the paper is done. That's normally how I go about my day. Marking scripts. Can do that under like an hour. Oh, I forgot. I need to write the date. What is today's date? Oh, it's 7. Yeah, right. Of course, it's 7. Yes, why would I forget that? Tomorrow is my birthday, and the day after that is Karastalos's birthday. So that's great. So, 7th March 2022. Okay, in case you are curious about my handwriting, this is kind of how it looks like. Not the best and not the worst. So like I can write properly, I just can't. I can write properly, I just don't. Because my handwriting is dependent on my mood and like the time of the day. So ordinarily I do not write well. Unless you give me a pencil. I can write well in pencil, I think. Where is my pencil? So this is like a strange thing. Ta-da! Compare this. See the difference? Let's play spot the difference. I think it looks better in pencil. But that may be just me. I think pencil looks better. Like there's more character to pencil than in pen. So my handwriting looks better in pencil, in my opinion. Pen just doesn't do me justice. But I cannot be like signing things in pencil. So I did my best. I did my best. I told you guys not to have high expectations. My handwriting belongs to a different dimension. Okay, I just want consistency. Oops. Sorry about that. Right. Ugh. Number 3. This is not a good sign. The paper is not... Yeah, the glue is not really sticking in here. This is terrible. Amazon is not the best. 7 March 2022. I hope this is legible. Number 4. Okay, let me just finish this and then I'll write my messages and then I'll go to bed and no, I won't go to bed. I still have things to do. I will write my chapter and then after that I'll go to bed. I hope I will go to bed. If I don't, someone will find me. Yeah, no. Never ask me for signed copies. I'm terrible at this. I would rather give you like a, writing prompt request. I would do that. Oh my god, this is... Okay, I did my best, guys. Like this is probably like the nicest handwriting, but the worst signature of the lot. Whoever has this on later, like I would just like put this down and shuffle it or something. Like okay, I don't know who is this, who is now. Like I'm just gonna decide who. I'm just gonna decide who these books go to after that. Like with my love messages. But yeah, thank you all for joining. This is like the stream of unboxing and live signing. So I technically did sign it, but due to like the privacy of these people who have ordered the signed copies, I will write my love letter separately because I don't want them to know how much I love them. It may be in different quantities. I may be biased. I'm probably biased because I'm an INTJ. But yeah, this is it. I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. And I guess I'll see you guys next time for like a very, very long overdue stream. Okay, taking questions. Answering Raid Ron, what is this? A book or a copy? It is a signed copy, and I have 5 more books that are kind of like rejects from Amazon because it's just yeah, it is. It is from Amazon. That's it. It's like self-published. So I just ordered like 10 of it, and 5 of it were in kind of okay conditions, and then the other 5 of it were just like terrible conditions. So you take your pick. But this probably happened because I ordered in matte finishing and not gloss finishing. So if you do your own self-publishing on Amazon, you can get this. For those of you who still want signed copies, especially those of you who do not mind the rejected kind of like, the no good kind of copies, I would, I'm still able to ship them out on Patreon. Like, just hit me up on Patreon and ask me, like, probably USD 25. I'll just ship it over. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So for everybody else on stream or not on stream who are watching this from, like, after the stream ends, if you have questions, leave it in the comments or look for me in Discord. We can negotiate. Like, if you just want a copy, you don't want a signed copy, that's fine too. So if there are any other questions, you have 1 minute to ask or forever hold your peace until my next I don't know when it will happen stream. Then that's it. So today, no face review. No, just no. Right, so I'm assuming that everybody has no questions, and I will just end the stream now. Okay, Rate One is saying, can you make a video about how to edit the manuscript? No, I will not make a video about how to make, like, how to edit a manuscript, because I've already written that on my blog. You can check it out on my website. It's exactly what I wrote, editing for egos. That's what I did. So you can check that out. And for the rest of the people, thank you for coming. I appreciate that you took time to come despite your busy schedules. I will be shipping this out. I will be delivering this, and most possibly over my birthday. Right, so I see you guys next time.